12, and there's so much to unpack here, but I have a few notes that I really want to quickly share with you. If you're in your Bible, go ahead and turn to, and I know you're about to read all of Mark 12, but just go ahead and look at verse 29. And someone asked Jesus about the greatest commandment. He says, the most important one, answered Jesus, is this: Hear, O Israel, the Lord your God, the Lord is one. And this, I'm reading out of the NIV. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all of your strength. The second is love your neighbor as yourself. There's no greater command, and there's no command greater than these. If you want to know the heart of faith and you want to know the heart of God, love him with your heart, mind, soul, and strength. That's all of you. That's your sexuality. That is your hard work and your effort. That is your love for him, love for his son, Jesus Christ, love for one another. It is huge to love God with your everything. A lot of times we want to know, is this right or wrong? Then just ask yourself, if I love God with my everything, what decision would I make? What decision would Jesus want me to make? What decision would Jesus make? And don't make an excuse like, well, Jesus didn't have to deal with this. Jesus went to the cross and had to deal with a lot. Trust me, your problems aren't as big as the cross. Come on. And he says, love your neighbor as yourself. Love the next person as much as you love yourself. And hopefully you love yourself. That's important. If you don't, keep reading. He also warns us about the show. That's what I call it, the show. He says this in verse 38, as he taught, Jesus said, watch out for the teachers of the law. They walk around in flowing robes and be greeted with respect in the marketplaces, have the most important seats in the church and the places of honor at dinner parties. And I'm paraphrasing, banquets for dinner parties. They devour widows' houses and for a show make lengthy prayers. These men will be punished most severely. He says, avoid the show, man. Avoid being someone that I want to be honored when I walk into the church or honored when I go somewhere. I want people to go, oh, this is such and such. I want to be the big to-do. But I'm an evil person. I do bad things. I take advantage of people in real estate deals or whatever, in business and with my anger, I tear people down. But I want to be honored. So I want people to see me as holy, even though I do really nasty things and justify them most likely. Some people won't even justify them because those people will be punished because others are looking to you like you're all that and you like it. You feed off of it. But then they see you do this evil stuff and think that's what all that needs to do. That if they become all that, then they need to be just as harsh or just as bitter. That's how they become so important. That's the opposite of the heart of Christ. He says, if you humble yourself, he'll lift you up. And if you try to be all that, he will tear you down. And here it says he'll punish you. One quick thing, because we're over 3 minutes now. The heart of a giver. There was this widow, and I'll just paraphrasing verses 41. There's this widow, and she's really, really poor, and dirt poor, and she puts in some money into the offering. And Jesus says this woman basically is blessed. It says out of her poverty. Look at this. She said, and truly I tell you, this poor widow has put more into the treasury than all the others. So she's given more to the church than anyone else because she put in out of her poverty. Everyone else put in out of their wealth. So if you're rich, definitely give. But if you're poor, God is saying, listen, this woman had the heart of a giver. She didn't give out of her wealth. She gave out of her poverty. And God says he's that's true giving. She has a mighty reward in heaven for her giving. So the heart of a giver is I don't care if I have $1 million. I don't care if I have $1. I want to give to the Lord. So much packed into Mark 12. I love you. God bless you. This video's run over, but I love you. God bless you. And